Feral wild rabbits are in significant concerning numbers in many parts of the Adelaide Hills and Fleurieu region. To tackle this problem, the Hills and Fleurieu Landscape Board coordinates Pindone bait distribution days for the general public, in addition to the normal sale of Pindone carrots from our offices. This video is for anyone who wants to learn how to prepare for and bait with Pindone-treated carrots on your property. Baiting with Pindone-treated carrots is best done from midsummer to early autumn, when the amount of food available for rabbits is much reduced. You will need to start preparing about 2 weeks before beginning your Pindone baiting program. First of all, ensure pets, livestock and native animals do not have access to the areas you intend to bait. Also, do not bait inside vegetable gardens or in cropping paddocks which may be harvested. The chance of native animals feeding on the carrots is much reduced if you bait with Pindone carrots at night and then pick up any remaining Pindone carrots in the morning. Choose your baiting locations where you often see rabbits feeding. Look for rabbit scratchings in the dirt and buck heaps, which are small piles of rabbit dung. If you have rabbit colonies in several different locations, these will need to be treated separately. Here's what you'll need: elbow-length PVC waterproof gloves, overalls or a long-sleeved shirt and trousers, covered footwear, a bucket, a garden hoe, a quantity of untreated carrots for free feeding. Later on, you'll need pre-mixed chopped carrots treated with Pindone that you can pick up at a distribution day or from the Hills and Fleurieu office. 2 weeks before you pick up your Pindone-treated carrots, you'll need to do what is called free feeding. This involves laying untreated carrots out along trails each day for a number of days. These free feeds will train all of the rabbits in the colony to get used to eating carrots, so they'll take the baited ones. Free feeding also helps you to work out the best length and locations for the trails you'll create, to ensure you put out just enough carrots for all rabbits to get a feed. Dominant rabbits will keep the subdominant rabbits from accessing the carrots if your trails are too short or are not located where the majority of the rabbits normally feed. Free feeding will also show you how much Pindone-treated carrots to purchase, so there's enough for all rabbits and you don't have any leftovers. If you're putting out the correct amount of carrots, by the morning after the final free feed, you should have about 10% of your carrots left uneaten. As long as your trails are of sufficient length and in the correct locations, this is the best guide to ensure that all rabbits have eaten a sufficient quantity. On the first day, chop up about 2 kilograms of carrots and put them in a bucket. In the late afternoon of the same day, using a hoe, scratch a trail or trails at least 20 metres long and 2 centimetres deep. Scatter pieces of chopped carrot along this trail approximately 5 to 10 centimetres apart. On the following morning, assess feeding activity. Are there any carrots left? If they have all been eaten, you will need to double the quantity of carrots for the next free feed and double the length of the trail. If there are carrots left, notice where the feeding has taken place and make a mental note to reposition the trails to where feeding is the greatest. Next, wait 2 full days, and on day 4, first use your hoe to freshen up and turn the soil, which will encourage rabbits to investigate the trail. Do another free feed using the same method as on day 1. On the following morning, again assess feeding activity. Are there any carrots left? If they've all gone, you will need to again double the quantity of carrots for the next free feed and double the length of the trail. If there are carrots left, again notice where the feeding has taken place and make a mental note to reposition the trails to where feeding is the greatest. If 2/3 or less of the carrots have been eaten, make a mental note to reduce the amount of carrots for the next free feed. After 2 more days, complete your next and hopefully final free feed on day 7, using the same method as previously described. On the following morning, you should have about 10% of the carrots left on the ground. If this is the case, you've finished your free feeds. However, if there are no carrots left, you'll need to do 1 or more extra free feeds. Increase the quantity of carrots for each free feed until you're left with about 10% of the carrots. Make sure you pick up any remaining carrots before you start your baiting. Ideally, 3 days after your final free feed, start the first of your Pindone feeds. Pick up Pindone carrots from a distribution day depot or from a Hills and Fleurieu landscape board office. You will need to purchase 3 times the amount of Pindone-treated carrots you put out at the last free feed. This is because the Pindone carrots need to be laid on 3 separate occasions. For example, if you laid 4 kilograms of carrots at your final free feed, you'll need to pick up a total of 12 kilograms of Pindone carrots. It is critical that your 3 Pindone carrot feeds are done between 3 and 5 days apart. Pindone-treated carrots can be frozen until the day when you use them, so there's no requirement to use them on the day of pickup. If rain is forecast for the evening or night of Pindone baiting, postpone until the weather fines up. If the weather is fine, on the first morning of your Pindone baiting, defrost 1/3 of the treated carrots. When handling the treated carrots, use the recommended PPE. Elbow-length waterproof gloves are a necessity, and we recommend boots and overalls. In the later afternoon, with a hoe, freshen up the trail that you used for your final free feed. Then distribute the Pindone carrots evenly along the trails. Wash hands thoroughly. On the following morning, wearing your PPE, pick up all uneaten carrots and dispose by deep burial. This helps reduce the chance of other animals consuming the carrots. Next, wait 3 to 5 days, then repeat the process. Defrost the carrots in the morning, refresh the trail, and lay Pindone carrots in the later afternoon. Pick up the remainder the following morning, remembering to wear your PPE and washing your hands. Do this again after 3 to 5 days to complete your 3rd and final Pindone feed. Finish off by washing your overalls. By following this program, within a few days, you can expect to see significantly fewer rabbits around your property. Record any rabbit carcasses in RabbitScan, the easily downloadable app for iPhone and Android. To achieve the highest level of control after you've finished your Pindone baiting program, where possible, remove rabbit shelters such as scrap piles and exotic weeds, and destroy warrens by ripping with a backhoe, or fumigate if ripping is impractical.